So there's a bunch of new cool games on Steam and stuff, right? And I decided not to play those. I decided to play Skyrim instead.
It's not, I'm not kidding.
Anniversary edition, that's what I'm talking about. Ninth version released, as far as I'm aware. There may be more out there. Todd, I'm looking for them. But of course, today is about the game we do have in hand.
Talking to Sven.
Ruining relationships and finding secret treasures. It's the Skyrim way.
Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope. I don't need your jokes right now. But maybe you have a point. Maybe Camilla needs some help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly. All right.
With the letter in hand, it was time to meet Sven and see what he had to say about such a thing, and if he was atrocious enough to lie to the girl about it.
I'd better get going. You look like a traveler.
I gotta say, within like a minute of this guy, he's already complimenting me and calling me Mr. Worldwide, so I'm gonna tell him about the lie.
The elf playing a treachery? Shocking. As if I would write this dribble. How about we play a bit of a turnabout with fate? Here, I had to use simple words, but this letter should convince Camilla it's from me.
All that was left to do now was speak to Camilla and tell her that both people were fucking retarded. I don't like either one of them, and I wish this quest could end differently.
Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother. What are you talking about? What's in the letter? Oh my. He wanted me to think Fandal wrote this? Thank you for
Honestly, at this point, I should have just been like, these people are retarded, get with someone better. Please, don't see Sven or Fandal, they're both fucking jackasses.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Holy shit, an actual quest befalls us.
My last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. If you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
And so we walked to the edge of town, together,
This
as
is the
one.
bridge out of town. The path
Although
up
it
the
did not
mountain to the
end with
northwest
anything
leads to Bleak
romantic,
Falls
it just
Barrow.
ended with being told
I
the
guess I
fucking
should get
quest
back to my
location,
brother. He'll
which was
throw a
already
fit if
marked
I
on my
take too
map.
long. He's such a child.
This was fine because I ran up into the mountain and encountered the first group of bandits on my ever so long quest to become the greatest dragonborn the world has ever seen. It turns out these bandits had hands though, and they threw them down. You probably thought that was a joke, but it turns out I got wrecked a lot, over and over again. was only after many tries of seeing my body hit the ground, many, many times, that I decided to engage with the new tactic. It was time to embrace the stealth archer. Shit. But remember, no matter how insurmountable a challenge like this may seem, eventually, if you keep hitting a brick wall, it will fall down. And just like that, the bandits had fallen to my magnificence. It was time to go in now and hunt down the Golden Claw treasure.
That dark elf wants to go on ahead and let better than us risking our necks.
Over here.
You won't leave Skyrim alive!
This surprisingly went well from here on out. Only one final chamber remained in front of us. What lie behind this magical spinny door thing? All that remained after the final kill was to leave and head back to Riverwood to deliver the Golden Claw to what's-his-face and his sister.
You have the claw. Oh, you have to tell Lucan at once. Hurry!
Show those thieves not to steal from Lucan
So I
Valerius.
talked to Lucan and
The sooner
delivered him
you
the
find
Golden Claw.
You found it. There it is. Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny. I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
And of course he
Trader
plops
is
it
everything you
directly
need
in
at
the
a
way
general
of
store.
every customer, just on the front
Thank
there.
you so much.
You know,
Trinkets, odds and
thieves.
ends, that sort of thing.
Just leave their valuable stuff out in the open.
Need a ride?
Truly a man of good business.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
All right.
So then it was time to venture forth into the greater world beyond Riverwood and see exactly what was up. The first stop was obvious. The town of Whiterun, where we would meet a very adventurous,
But my father
womanly
we
figure.
run things.
By Eastmere, it's true. A jester, funny suit and all. Just north by the Lorius farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthka. But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere. Is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing, talk of a riot in Helgen. That now jesters? Skyrim's gone mad, girl. You need to be careful out there.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skullvar. I'll remember that. Yeah, right.
I knew from this moment that I needed a traveling companion to join me. And it was going to be her and her love of fighting.
Think you can go blade to blade with me?
And it was now when we decided that the only way we would truly know each other was fisticuffs.
Barehanded.
So I did what any reasonable gentleman would do, and pulled out the 1-2 punchers immediately when challenged by this woman.
No weapons, no magic, no crime. Well, let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
It was a real rough start, but I think we got her. In fact, I think she may be dead. That's not good. It was at this point that I considered the reality that we were likely... Oh, never mind.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. If you ever need...
Anyway,
another
after
fight at your
this, the
side,
game
just
crashed,
ask.
so
Wouldn't mind seeing how you handle a few trolls.
that happened when we went into town.
You're someone who
I
can
might
make
figure it
things
out,
go.
I might not.
I like
Either way, we'll see
the
you
heat of the
next
battle is
time.
the fire.